he's running away, or not. Thor, so he will join us, and I have his crate nearby, so if he gets to be a little too crazy, then I can put him away. So today we're going to start with breathing. I want to try to make the workout today as familiar to everybody as possible, since you are doing it at home and you're watching via the internet. Thank goodness for the internet, though, connecting us all together, because I do miss you guys a bunch, and it feels so much better to be moving for me, and I'm sure it does for you as well. So like I said, I'm going to try to make this as similar to a class that you would attend with me as possible. So we are going to start with breathing like we do in our Flow 1 class. Help us de-stress, help us activate the core. Okay? So you don't need a prop for this. If you watched the video just a second ago, we are using that small ball and a theraband today. All right? And if you aren't able to stay for the whole time, you can come back and watch this video later. Feel free to do a watch party, a Facebook watch party with your friends, so all your friends can do the same workout with you. Know how tough Pilates really is, okay? So we're going to start laying down. So we're going to have our tailbone nice and heavy, neck and upper back relaxed. You can keep the eyes open or eyes closed, your personal choice there. Take a nice big inhale to fill up the belly. Nice big exhale, feeling the belly contracting. A couple more breaths like that. So breathing really helps to de-stress you. So you really want to utilize that throughout your day. Whenever you start to just feel anxious or stressed out, use that breath to help calm your body. From here, we're going to place our hands into our lower abdominals, and I'm making a triangle shape here. And so oftentimes when we're doing our breathing, we stop our breathing right around belly button level. We want to fill up all the way down to that pelvic floor, that lower abdominal area. So nice big inhale, feeling the feedback or the pressure of the lower abdominals into the hands. And a nice big exhale, drawing the lower abdominals away from the hands. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. So try to really allow your belly to expand all the way down to the pelvis. And then really feeling it contract or draw away from the hands. On this next breath, we're going to place the hands alongside your rib cage. And instead of just breathing top to bottom, front to back, which we all tend to do pretty well, we are going to breathe side to side. So think about the hands pushing out to the sides of the room. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. On my inhale, my hands are pressing out in toward the walls because my ribs are expanding. And then on the exhale, they're drawing in. A couple more breaths like this. On this next one, we're gonna hug those knees into your chest. I hope you guys are enjoying your time at home with your pets. They are quite fun. I know that the pets are really enjoying the time at home with their owners. So just putting it out there. So we're going to stand up for some footwork. We're not going to stay here that long today, but just to kind of warm up the whole body, I want you to try to make sure that your feet are in number 11, so parallel hip width apart. And then you're going to raise the heels, lower the heels. Raise the heels, lower the heels. And as you raise up, we all have our tendencies, including me, of either pronating or supinating. So you want to try to think about your legs or your ankles being in a little hallway and you're not bumping into the wall on the way up or on the way down. Also, you want to control the raising up and the raising down, or the lowering down. Lift and lower. Good. On this next one, you're going to keep the heels lifted, come into a squat as best you can, lower the heels. Lift the heels, keep them lifted as you squat, lower the heels. Lift the heels, bend the knees, lower the heels. One more like that. Lift, bend, lower. Then we got to reverse it. So you're going to squat, lift the heels, press up, and lower. Squat, lift the heels, press up, and lower. On Thursday, if you want to watch Thursday's workout, we did add some arms today. I'm keeping it a little more simple. It's Saturday morning. Let's ease into the weekend. So if you want to add arms on this to make it extra fancy, feel free, is where I'm going with that. Whee! All right, this is a hard move to do. The next one, we're going to bring our heels together for Pilates V. Your big toes are about a fist distance apart. You are going to try to keep those heels glued together as you lift the heels and lower the heels. So you have to really activate those inner thighs. Exhale to lift, inhale, lower. Exhale to low, lift and lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Good. Woo. Try to control the up and down. You can tell it's hard for me too. I have to tell you guys, it is so much harder to do the workout and to teach the workout. So much harder. Good. And never be hard on yourself. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, okay? It's totally normal. Nobody's perfect, including me, unfortunately. Good. One more time like that. Good. Then we're going to go to a wide position here. So feet are turned open just a little bit wider than the hips. You're going to squat down and then lift and stand up. Lower the heels. Squat, lift, stand up. So this should be feeling similar to when we do that wide leg position on the reformer. It's also testing your balance, warming up those legs a little bit, inner thighs primarily, definitely calves. Good. Whee. I'm going to do two more like this. And then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to lift the heels. Woo! That's so much harder. Bend and lower. Lift the heels. Bend and lower. Good. So again, just like on the reformer when we do footwork, you could be doing this a little bit more quickly as long as you're controlled. And you could even be going a little bit slower if that's what you need to do for form, okay? So this shouldn't be bothering your knees, but if it is, 100% you modify, okay? So with the workout today, you're probably gonna see me modify. Make sure you modify too. We're gonna do one last one like this. Good. Then we can shake out the legs, roll out the ankles, massage the feet here, kind of pressing one, then the other, kind of like when we do the running legs. Good. Beautiful. All right, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna find the small ball. So see how this ball is a little squishy here? Good. All right. So we are going to use this ball and place it underneath the low back. So it's actually not, I should correct myself, it's actually underneath the hips, or where the glutes are, the heaviest part there. We don't want this ball to make you arch more, okay? So definitely should not be arching more. All right, so this ball is underneath your hips, supporting you. Most people find this to feel so amazing. However, occasionally it doesn't feel good for people. So ditch the ball if you need, okay? So we're gonna exhale to tuck, inhale to untuck. Exhale to tuck, inhale to untuck. Exhale to tuck, inhale to untuck. Keep going with that. and back. Sorry, my husband came home for a second and left the door open for the cat to escape. All right, so from there, take the ball out. Put the ball between your thighs. And we're going to move into bridging. We're going to start with a small bridge. And again, if you have osteoporosis or a back injury, you want to make sure to hinge or flat back. Okay, you don't want to articulate, okay? We're just going to do a small little lift, that hovering bridge as I call it, where you literally are lifting the hips up to about the waistband and lowering back down. So you're going to exhale, engage the lower abdominals, inhale, lower the hips back down. Exhale, inhale. Good. On this next one, if it feels appropriate for you, you are going to lift your hips up higher. So you're going to exhale, lift up to about that lower rib cage level and lower back down. And again, you're flat backing if you have a back injury or osteoporosis. Otherwise, you do want to articulate up one vertebrae at a time. So imagine that you have a marble starting on the pelvis. You roll it to the belly button and then you roll it up to the rib cage. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. As you lift and lower, try to make sure you're not wavering side to side. I occasionally catch myself doing that. You want to stay really smooth and controlled. Hips level as you lift and lower here. Good. On the next one, since we have the ball between the inner thighs, we're going to hold up. We're going to squeeze the ball in for 8, 7, 6. Try to squeeze that ball so hard like you're going to pop it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your squeeze. Lift those heels up and down. Up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the heels up, keep the squeeze of the ball, pulse those hips up 1 more inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We've got a second set. You know how I like my second set. If that was a bit much, though, you take a little stretch here while we do the second set. If you're looking for even more craziness, then go ahead and feel free to do a single leg bridge here, okay? So you make this workout yours. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. If you're wanting a little more inner thigh work here, you could do an exhale squeeze at the top. Exhale to lift. Squeeze. And lower. Make sure you're still flat backing if you're supposed to be doing that. We often cue for articulation, so you have to be super mindful to flat back. Good. So you should be feeling hamstrings, glutes, and inner thighs here. And a nice kind of opening of the spine here. I feel like I massage my spine while bridging. It feels super lovely. My legs maybe don't feel super lovely at the moment, but my back does. Still trying to be mindful about the shifting side to side as I lower. Trying to make sure I'm not doing that. That I'm using my core to control the movement down. On this one, we're going to hold up. You squeeze that ball like you're going to pop it. Like, oh man, that didn't work that time. All right, let me try it again. Oh, nope, didn't work. Okay, try it again. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze, lift the heels. I think my inner thighs are starting to shake. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the heels up, squeeze that ball a little tighter, and pulse to finish for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Woo. Set the ball to the side, hug those knees in. Rock side to side. If it feels appropriate for your back, you can drop your knees to one side, look away from them. If it doesn't feel good to do that, do any stretch of your choice right now to release the legs in the back. And then other side. Good, deep breaths here, continuing that breathing. Breathing into stretches really helps you open up those muscles a little bit more. All right, we're gonna come back to center. And you know from classes, once I pick a prop, I try to use it as much as possible. So we're gonna put that ball right back underneath your hips. All right? Make sure that it's supporting you, that it's not making your back arch. It shouldn't be doing that. If it doesn't feel good, all of these things can be done without the ball underneath your back, okay? I like the ball there though because I find that it helps people not arch, and it also helps people stay out of the hip flexors. So from here, you're gonna exhale, contracting the abdominals to lift the legs into tabletop. Tabletop is that knee over hip, leg making a 90-degree angle, or if kids are joining today, it makes a letter L, yeah? So exhale to lift, inhale, lower. The awesome thing about these Facebook Lives or just workouts online, the whole family can do it together. Super great. So exhale to lift, inhale, lower. Exhale to lift, inhale, lower. So generally, people tend to do this too fast. You want to move slow and controlled. And you want to make sure that you're using your abdominals to move the leg. A lot of times people use quads and hip flexors. We walk all day long. Those are really dominant muscles, so they will take over 99% of the time. If you don't think about using your core, they're going to work, okay? So we want to use the core. On this next one, we're going to bring both legs into tabletop, one leg at a time. Good. From here, we're going to move our leg out 1 inch, or both legs out in this tabletop shape 1 inch, and exhale to bring it back. Maybe 2 inches if you're feeling good here, but always better to start a little smaller and then working a little bigger. I don't want you to totally extend the legs. It's a different exercise. So I do want tabletop shape to stay happening. Inhale out. Exhale to pull in. Inhale out. Exhale in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to open both legs to the side. My feet are separating. And then close. I'm going to orient so you guys can see me. If you've done this in class, you know what's up. All right. So I think you can see me better now. Yeah. Thor's going crazy. All right, so both legs are open equally. And for most people, this feels fine in the hips. But if you're having pinching, pulling, popping, straining, any of those things, of course, no bueno. Okay, so go only to that point where it still feels good. Okay, and this is just kind of the prep for the next one. So right here, you're going to do just one leg at a time. That's where life gets a little weirder. Exhale. So I switched my breathing, if you noticed, that I'm exhaling so that my opposite oblique is firing up as my leg opens to the side. Otherwise, I'm going to just completely fall over to the floor. So I really got to keep this side active while the other side's moving. Good. On this next one, we're going to do single legs. So exhale, press one leg out. Inhale, bring it back to tabletop. Exhale, press the other leg out. Inhale, bring it back. So I'm exhaling as that leg goes really long, really activating my core to help support and engage everything. If that's feeling pretty easy, then do your hands off the floor like it wasn't me, I didn't do it. Okay, that just makes it a little bit more of a balance challenge. And if that feels good, then bring those arms up. Exhale to extend. Inhale to bend. Good. We're going to do one more time on each side. Good. Take a little rest. Hug those knees in. So while you're doing this sequence here, it is a long sequence. You don't want to feel your hip flexors firing up. So take a rest if you need. And if your back's feeling tired of the ball, then you would ditch the ball, right? So this next one, we're going to do scissors. So put the hands down for stability. One leg lowers, and then the other. And if you know you have back sensitivities, you want to start in that smaller range of motion. So maybe you would be doing scissors like that. It's not totally easy, no way, but it doesn't hurt your back, okay? So you're going to then build up the strength to do a bigger range of motion. So bigger isn't always better here, okay? On this next one, we're going to get a little fancy. Some of you have done it in class with me. Maybe you guys can practice at home and get really good at it, okay? So we're going to come up. We're going to start with both feet together. One leg lowers. You're going to open your legs around to the side and then close. Lower, around, and close. I like this one because I'm getting lower abdominal and oblique and a little bit of inner thigh all in one big swoop here. So the leg that I close up is the one that I'm starting with. For me, that just makes sense. So that's how I'm doing it, because I'm trying to alternate sides so I don't really fatigue out one leg or hip flexor, because I'm trying to stay out of there. Nice, you guys, we're going to do one more time on each side. Good. We're going to take that ball out. We're going to put that ball right in our shins, and we're going to put our hands beside us, coming to upper abdominal curl if that's appropriate for you. My hair looks crazy. And we're going to do hundreds here, trying to stay in a nice tabletop position. So much easier than when we did it on the reformer. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Put the ball between your thighs. Actually, let's put it between the ankles. Okay? So it's really right at the feet there. Right ankles and feet. All right. Make sure this doesn't irritate your hip flexors. It's our last thing to do. We're going to lower a little bit. Squeeze. Bring it up. Exhale, squeeze. Lower a little bit. Exhale, squeeze. Make sure your back is not changing shape. Exhale, squeeze at the top. Exhale, squeeze at the bottom. Should feel a little bit more inner thighs and lower abdominals. For 4, 3, 2, last time. Good. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. Drop our legs open since we did work right in our thighs. I know the reformer straps are not pulling your legs into that awesome butterfly stretch right now, but this is a good option for mat right now. So just feel the muscles releasing right in this hip flexor inner thigh area. Good. From here, let's go ahead and sit up. We have got plank. So keep the ball nearby, okay? Because you will be using it in just a moment. We are going to start with that plank. I like to start with the plank to make sure that your form is good. So you have always lots of choices here. You can do a plank on your hands, plank on your forearm. So hands and knees would be the easiest. Plank and forearm would be planking on the forearm and knees would be a little bit harder. And then toes and hands, toes and forearm. If you know that typically you use that springboard wall or the box to plank, or planks don't feel good for you at all, you're like, nope, I'm gonna pass, then you pass. Like, you don't have to do the plank, okay? So we're gonna do plank for just 10 counts. Let's check and see if there's any comments I need to know about. Make sure that your body looks like a surfboard, so straight line, head, hips to heels. I know that I tend to err with my hips up a little high, because I really don't want to sag. So this would be like bad form. Okay, we don't want to be like that because it causes a lot of strain in the back. So really straight body line, okay? So hips up really high, like a down dog is not good, but also sagging is bad. So we want to be straight like a surfboard. We're going to hold this for 10 counts. You're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. All right. So then from here, I'm going to have you guys do push-ups. We've done it at the studio with the magic circle and the ball. If you have the theraband here, you can kind of make a little circle shape to help stop the ball from rolling away, okay? Otherwise things get a little weird. But I love the ball for push-ups. It really gives you that kind of goal of bringing the chest toward the floor. So when you do push-ups, I don't want to see push-ups like that, okay? We need to make sure that the elbows do in fact bend, and it's the chest going to the ball. We don't want our elbows super wide. That causes a lot of strain on the shoulder girdle. And we aren't doing tricep push-ups, and that's where your elbows are zipped up to the ribs, okay? So we're doing a 45-degree one. I think you can kind of see that. And we're going to do 10, so you can do them on your toes or on your knees, and the goal is to try to tap the ball each time, okay? So I'm going to start on my toes. If I feel good and I can do it well, I will try to keep on my toes, but I'm going to modify to my knees if I need, all right? So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. That's tough, you guys. Roll out the wrists if you need. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to move the theraband out of the way, is pass the ball from side to side. So if you are moving up, if you are using a mat, you're moving the ball from one side of the mat to the other. It could be on your knees, and again, you would want a straight line from head, hips to knees, okay? Otherwise, you're up on your toes. Okay, feet a little wider for this movement works better. So you're like a little tripod, and you're moving it side to side. Try not to have the hips move for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, don't forget about the surfboard, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going to do a little child pose stretch with the ball. If you have osteoporosis or back injury, you do a stretch that's appropriate for you, okay? Otherwise, you can have those knees together or a little open, whatever feels nicest on your body today. Take one hand on top of the other hand on the ball. Deep breath here. So the bigger the breath, the more opening in that upper back. And then so you're going to move the ball to one side of the mat. The underneath hand should be reaching across the mat the most, okay? So right now, I'm feeling a good stretch in my lats and side body. Again, you don't have to do this stretch here if it doesn't feel appropriate for your shoulders or for your body in general. Big breath here. We're going to bring it to the other side. Good. Big breath. Make sure the hand that's reaching across is on the bottom. Good. And then come back to center. our lunging sequence, okay? So I'm going to move my mat so you can see the side view. If you feel very wobbly, just like in class, you want to hold on to something. So you could bring a chair over or stand a little closer to the wall. So I don't want you to feel like you're going to fall over and hurt yourself. Okay, that's no good. All right, so let's start with our right leg back. Whee! Get your balance. Helps if you activate the core and spot something. So looking straight forward here. Reach the arms forward. We're just holding this lunge and you're going to squeeze the ball in and out. So we get a little bit of activation in our biceps and our pecs here, okay? Exhale, press for 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure your knee and ankle are stacked. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The back leg currently is straight, yeah? But now I'm going to bend it as I pass the ball underneath for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold the leg bent and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift the heel, lower the heel. Lift the heel, lower the heel for 10, 9, 8. It's getting hot in here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring your knee toward the ball. So exhale in, woo. Inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little shake out. Woo. We're going to do a second set, guys. Sorry, not sorry. So that was 10. Let's go to 6 on this next one. All right, so 6 of everything. Hold that leg out. And again, if you're just feeling like that's a bit crazy, stretch right now. Hold the arms forward for 6. Squeeze that ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back knee bends. Pass the ball for 6. Try and keep your chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold the leg, the back knee bent, and pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Lift from heel for 6, 5, 4. That outer hip should be really burning. 3, 2, 1. We finish this out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy smokes. My booty. All right. Aren't you guys glad to see me suffering too? In the best ways possible. Later, these are really good muscles to work. So, although I'm being dramatic at the moment, every time you walk, those muscles are stabilizing. They're crucial to be strong, okay? You just feel so much better in life. So, I have my left foot forward. Now it's my right foot forward, left foot back. We're just gonna knock it out right now. 10 of everything for the first round, 6 of everything for second round. Arms held forward, knee and ankle stacked. We squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the back leg to pass the ball underneath the thigh. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that back leg down and bend. Pulse for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring it forward toward the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set, 6 of everything. After this, we're going to get water because I'm dying of thirst here. All right, hold it back. Arms forward. Try to pop the ball with the palms of the hands for 6, 5. Check your knee alignment. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pass the ball for 6, 5, 4, 3. Whoopsies. Don't drop the ball like me. 2, 1. Hold it down. Pulse leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front heel lift for 6, 5. Holy smokes, that booty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest. Grab some water. Goodness, you guys, making me work hard. So we're going to do a figure 4 piriformis stretch. Oftentimes, we sit on the edge of the reformer. So if you want a similar feeling, you just grab a chair and sit on it. Otherwise, like we practiced the other day, you could do it on the mat. Or my favorite at the moment, or it's getting wild, is to lay, put one foot to the wall, the other foot crosses over, and that way you can kind of relax these muscles or actively think about opening that leg in external rotation, getting a stretch in that outer hip and glute. You can even use that hand to help press that knee open. Oh my God, you guys. Remind me next time I'm at the studio, get some short sleeve Club Pilates shirts, because this long sleeve's crazy. So crazy. All right, let's do the other side. In my defense, though, I've been teaching at Club Pilates during winter. It's been cold. Very cold. Got to really feel that outer hip and glute stretch. Should feel really lovely. Take deep breaths here. All right. So the next thing we have is side planking. So we got to work our side body, okay? So I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see. And when you do this, again, we have similar modifications to when we did regular plank. So you absolutely could use like an ottoman or something that's elevated to put your upper body on, but just make sure that it's not going to slip and slide on the floor because that would be scary. Okay, you can do it on your forearm or hand. Okay, your knees can be stacked, staggered, or stacked. So in terms of difficulty, knees and hands going to be the most manageable, or upper body elevated. Staggered, medium, stacked is hardest, okay? So we're gonna do a side plank. I like to do side planks on my forearm whenever I can. So I'm gonna do stacked feet on forearm, and we're gonna hold for 10 seconds, okay? So lift up and hold. If you feel really wobbly here, this hand could help you stabilize. Think about a wall right behind you. You got a straight line from head, hips to heels. For 10, 9, 8, long neutral spine, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we're doing 2 more things here. If they don't feel appropriate for you, or if you just know that your body's not feeling up for it today, because every day is a little different, do the side plank again. Or if you have another exercise, you're like, oh, I like this one thing that works that, you do that, okay? It's cool. We're gonna do threading next. I like threading best on my hand, and I like having a more stable feet position, so staggered is what I'm gonna be doing, okay? Still think straight line. Look at your hand if you can. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. For a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest. Good, so you should have felt a lot of oblique work here. I'm gonna roll out the wrist. And so if you have shoulder injuries, things like that, you just want to maybe hold the plank, okay? So don't push it too much. Work within a range that's appropriate. We have another one. We're gonna do thread to pike, or threading pike, okay? So you can do the exercise we just did or the one before that if it's more appropriate for you. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh. Shake out that wrist. We got the other side. Doing pretty good on time, guys. All right. So we're gonna do that plank hold again. I'm gonna opt for forearm because I know the next two things are on my hand. Feels better for my body. Again, knees staggered or stacked, foot position. All right, we're gonna hold it for 10 counts. And we go. Straight line with the body. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So I like to start with that basic form because that way you have something to modify too. It's also a good way to check in with your body, make sure it's feeling okay for this today. Moving on to the hand for threading. Modify if you need. I'm going to do my staggered feet this time. Starting with a good plank position. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Take a rest. Oh my God, you guys are so strong. So hard to do all this. All right, we're gonna do our threading hike this time. And then after that, we'll do mermaid stretch and stretch with the band. Maybe we might sneak one more thing in. We'll see. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh. Last one. Ooh. I wanted to come down a little early on that one, guys. All right. Roll out those wrists if you need. All right. Let's take a mermaid stretch. Because we're getting close on time here. So you can do kneeling like this. That feels okay. You could do crisscross, applesauce, or mermaid position, or even stand if you need, okay? So don't hurt your knees or hips to get into one of those positions. Shoulders and hips should stay square with one another. Abdominals should stay active. Reach and reach. So I love this stretch after that side body work. So when you're going to one side, you're going to feel a lot more stretch than the other. That's totally normal. So when I'm going this way, feel an awesome stretch in the oblique. When I go this way though, I still get some stretch. It's actually more lat and shoulder area here, more arm, upper body. Good. One more time on each side. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So just changing the leg if you are in the mermaid position. In case you can't quite see my legs to the side here. The other one's in front. Fabulous. And then reach side to side. So after class today, I'm gonna keep it open for a moment. That way if you guys have questions, comments, what have you, you let me know. I would be really curious to hear if anybody has TRX. In order to do an online suspend class, I happen to own TRX and I would be interested in teaching a suspend class if clients do have it. And I know some of you, I feel like some of you might. So let me know in the comments of this video if you have a suspend or TRX strap at home and that you'd be interested in maybe doing that. And then we'll try to, of course, do that. Or if you're looking for a particular class, okay? So you just let me know. All right, so next thing up is theraband. If you have the towel, then you use the towel, right? You use what you've got. All right, I think you'll be able to see me here. So you lay down. And this is going to, as much as possible, imitate stretching with the straps, okay? It's not totally identical, but for being at home, it's pretty darn good. So I have the free leg, the leg that doesn't have the theraband on it, straight. If that bothers your back, you want to bend it, okay? Wrap your hands around, drop the elbows to the floor. If you do have the loop theraband, you should still be able to do this, okay? My theraband's at the ball of the foot. I'm going to point and flex. And so we did a lot of lifting of the heels today, a lot of calf work, calf and ankle work. So this is a really great stretch. I know we're still working it, but we're also getting a good stretch. So breathe into that stretch. We're going to do this 4 more times. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now allow the foot to be flexed. Try to keep those elbows still down to the floor and allow the foot to drive toward the forehead. Just as much as you can do and keep the hips heavy to the floor. So your hips are still square and heavy. So my husband works in a hospital, so that was what just happened there. He has to go in. All right, so keep flexing that foot for 5, 4, feeling the stretch in the calf, and so hamstring here and maybe a little bit in the calf, okay? 2, 1. Now, that stretch should not have been in the back of the knee, so always when you're doing this, keep a soft knee. So it's not super bent, but it isn't locked out or hyperextending. Now, I like to put both hands on so I have better leverage. I'm going to open it out to the side. Okay. Keep this hip heavy to the floor for 8, 7. So now it's inner thigh and a little bit more hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg across. Keep the foot flexed. And now this is that outer hip, outer thigh, IT band. Maybe if you flex that foot a little more, outer calf. Okay, so outer part of the leg stretch. Again, shouldn't be hurting the knee. My hips are still connected to the floor. So it's really just the leg moving from the hip socket toward opposite shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Wrap the hands around. Drop the elbows down. So this shouldn't be feeling like arm work. If my arms are up here, I'm really having to use my arms. And we're at the stretching point of class. We're just finishing up. So we want to keep those arms heavy to the mat. Point and flex. Woo! For 8. Feel that stretch. 7, 6, 5. Again, remember if your back starts to bother you, bend that leg. 4, make sure you're not feeling any pains or strains in the back of the knee. 2, 1, keep that foot flexed. Try to let it come towards you just a little bit more if you can. Nice hamstring stretch here. Breathe into it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, bring both bands into the hands so you can really support that leg coming to the side. Both hip bones are evenly weighted on the floor. And I'm feeling inner thigh and hamstring right in here. I shouldn't be feeling pains in the knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg up and over. Still using both hands to help. Notice that this hip is still on the floor. Like I am not, wee! In fact, if you think about this hip being heavy and pressing down so it stays square, it actually gives you a deeper stretch. Good. Hold for 8, 7, 6. Flex that foot a little more if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. We're just going to finish with our normal stretching. So we're going to stand up like we're getting off the reformer. Hands and feet to the floor. Nod your head. Yes and no. Yes and no for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to finish with 3 big breaths. You're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, best one. Inhale and exhale. Great work, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. There was so much to do. I got to as much as I could. If you have questions about anything we did today, let me know. Remember, you can modify the TheraBand for a towel. If you don't have a ball, you could do it without the ball. Or maybe use a small pillow. If you have questions, definitely ask. If you have Suspend at home, let me know in the comments because I'd be curious and down to do a TRX class so you can get your TRX on at home or Suspend class on at home. There's going to be a lot more online classes coming for you guys, so we really miss you guys. We want you to keep your workout going. And honestly, you guys are making me work out too, which is really good. So let me know if you have any comments, questions. Thor didn't really join us that much, which is sort of sad, but he was around. So great job, everybody. Let's just give it a couple more seconds, see if you have any things to add. Good job. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Be safe, be healthy. Hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon. Remember to share this via a watch party. You can do it even after the fact. That way all your friends on Facebook can do the workout with you. Kind of makes it fun. Connected with all of your community there. So, great job. Bye. Miss you guys.